Big coho. They're literally jumping right beside me. I just had this fish strike 6 times on the way in. Got him. Oh my god. He is angry. He just, wait, what? This may be the biggest coho I've ever caught from the beach. This video is gonna have almost no B-roll, not much dialogue, almost just pure fish. It was also all filmed in one day. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna carry all this down in one trip, but let's try it. Okay. Oh my god, I just saw a big fish very close in front of me. Just the slowest knife along the surface I've ever seen. I saw his whole back, his dorsal, his tail. I even saw his head as he came up above the surface initially. And it was big. Hello. Hello again. There's one. Fish on. Not a big guy, but fish on. Okay, I think we've got a jack on here. Not a big guy, but a fish in the dark here. Yep, little jack. Hey there, little jack. Have a look. That little jack coho. Big coho. They're literally jumping right beside me. I just had this fish strike 6 times on the way in. Am I even recording this? I wish I recorded that strike. That was unreal. He struck right beside the flow tube. Got him. Oh my god. This thing struck like 5 or 6 times on the way in, just super light little taps, and then he just hammered it a few feet from the flow tube. And there's so many fish around me. The one jumped like 2 feet behind me while I was fighting this guy. And he is angry. He just, wait, what? Okay, he just jumped out of my net. Alright, this fish has just splashed me in the face about 10 times. Let's get him going and on his way. Obviously, buddy does not want to have anything to do with me. Jesus, man. I think after this cast, I'm gonna switch to the fly rod, because I wouldn't be surprised if this bite is not exclusive to spoons. A huge one just jumped right beside me. Not that one, but a huge one just did. That's a big one. That's a solid fish right there. About as big as my last one. Actually not huge, but very good fish. Whew, there he goes. There we go. Not a bad one. And my second one of the day, another wild one. Well, let's get him going. Man, I do not have ideal gear setups today for anything, but I'm still doing pretty well. Probably gonna lose this guy though doing this. And the spoon popped out right as I netted him. Okay, the whole tight group, this school. Oh, that's the big one, or one of the big ones at least. There's no way I can miss in here, come on. I mean, I could miss with a spoon, so I can probably miss with the fly too, but wow, is this ever just, like, could you ask for anything better? I couldn't. They all look big too for some weird reason. Hello there. If I just held my net out, I might have been able to catch that fish. All right, I'm gonna switch to the spoon again for a few minutes just to see if this is just for whatever reason a super unbitey group of fish, even though it's a obviously lot of fish. Okay, I might have actually recorded the strike but then stopped recording thinking I was starting recording, but I've got a really big fish on here. This is the biggest fish I've hooked all day. Haven't really seen him well yet though. That looks like a big fish. Oh, there goes my Tim Hortons cup. Don't worry, I'll clean that up. I won't litter. I just gotta deal with this guy first. Come here, you little thing. Maybe he's just a hard fighter though, I don't even know. Okay, it doesn't seem huge, but he's a really, really hard fighter. It's bigger than my other ones though, for sure. That's a good thing though. Those big runs are what you want. What you don't want is when they go nuts right at your feet and roll and jump. Okay, not ready yet. Oh, got him! Oh, I did not think I got him there for a second. Yeah, for sure my biggest one of the day, but a very, very solid coho, probably about 8-9 pounds. Wow, is that a energetic fish though. Fish on, I swear to God, the next cast after that big one. I landed that big one, my dad called me, and I was messing around with that for like 5 minutes because the reception's terrible and he couldn't hear me. Then I ended the call, made one cast, and just got one. This is like my 6th, 5th fish of the day, something like that. This is ridiculous. This is really good action here. By the way, this is probably something good to mention while I am fighting my 6th fish. Tomorrow I'm coming down here to film a tutorial on how I catch coho from the beach. So unfortunately I didn't do that and probably won't because this year's beach coho season is pretty much over. But because of that, I will later in this video go over the exact spoon and gear I used in this video. Yet another beauty. Not that any of these fish are anything but that. We are gonna send her on. And that's gonna look very good in the 120 FPS. What do you think? Can we hit 10 fish today? Probably not. This is usually how this fishing works, is that you find a condensed bit of action, you think you're gonna catch 20 fish, and then you lose 2 and land 1, and it's all over. But that's not always the way it works out, and there's a lot more fish this year than last year, so it's just good fishing in general. And there's one. Solid one. giant one, and maybe giant one. Those were some big splashes. This is a really heavy fish and he's doing nothing. Oh, as I say that. Maybe he's not huge, I don't know. It's definitely a good fish. It's a really energetic fish again. No doubt about that. Man, oh, that's a good one. That is a big one. That's a real big one. Biggest one of the whole day. If I can land him, which I did. Oh my God, that is a tank. Honestly, I'm about 30 seconds away from the shore if I paddle really quickly, and this is such a good fish. I want to get a shot of me holding him up. And although you want to minimize the time handling a fish, it's much more important that you keep them in the water. And it is okay to keep a fish in the net as long as he's fully in the water for up to a minute or two. As long as you have a net like I do, which is rubber catch and release and is meant for this stuff. This may be the biggest coho I've ever caught from the beach. This is about a 10 to 12 pounder, probably a little bigger actually, probably 12. Hey there, Intermission here. You like my professional microphone setup here, which is definitely not just me holding a GoPro beside my face. So, a couple things I want to talk about. One, check out my Patreon. It is linked in the description down below. I post a little podcast on there where I name some of the spots I fish and talk about videos in detail. Second thing is I'm going to briefly talk about the exact spoon. So this is a Gibbs coho silver and fire orange. I've also set this spoon up with a trailing sickle hook. As you've seen so far, this hook has landed me every single coho except one today, and it will go on to land me a few more after this little intermission. Here's the cool part about this. In the last beach fishing video I uploaded, I lost about half the fish I hooked using this same spoon but with the default hook it comes with. This time I set it up with a Jig sickle hook, and at around the same time this video is being uploaded, those hooks are going to be put up for sale on Jig website. They're the same ones Jig already uses on their Twitch jigs and Hoochie jigs. I've been using Jig products over the past couple of months. The hooks are really strong and the design of the hook seems to hang on to fish really well. Again, if you're interested in those hooks, link in the description down below. Back to the fishing.
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
I had one that hit nice hit there.
Oh yeah? I've had a few. There's one. Yeah. I think it's just a jack. Alright, buddy, you want to unhook yourself here, make it a little faster? Maybe not. I'll get you unhooked. Alright, see ya. Just took a break, talked to my dad, ate a bit of food, gave my dad a fishing report because I've had such a good day. And maybe first 5 minutes back on the water, we going on. That is not bad. Come on, be a hatchery. I'm being greedy. Now that I say that, it'll be a lost fish here in a second. Oh my God. There's nothing funner to fight than a fresh coho. This is quite a good fish as well. Very good fish. Probably my second biggest of the day. Not quite as big as my big male, but this is a solid fish. I don't know how I haven't lost him yet. Got her. There we go. Man, I literally have like soaking wet hair from another wild one. Oh my God. My hair is soaked from getting splashed by fish all day. Not quite as big as that big male, but That's a pretty big fish. Ooh, there she goes. I got one to bite out of this school here. Took about 20 casts, but these fish stayed on the surface and didn't move. And one just took. At this point, I've lost a little bit of hope in a hatchery, but what incredible fighters these fish are. You ever seen something like that? I have. 8 other times today. If I can land this fish, which it's not looking great at the moment. This will be number 9. Almost losing my fly rod here. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, things might be tangled up. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. We got her. Another wild one. I might catch 10 coho today. That would be insane. We are gonna get you going. There's a fish. This is, I think, the first one of the whole day I've got that I have not seen a jumper where I cast, and I actually got a fish. I'm also quite a ways away from shore. I was actually moving in between spots, and I just made a random cast and got this fish. This might be number 10. I'm not 100% sure on my counting, but if I can land this fish, which is debatable, this might be my 10th coho. Like, particularly big average size this year. Don't know why, but it's true. Alright, don't go nuts here. God! That might just be number 10. Wild again. I don't think you could have much more perfect hook placement than that right there. There he goes. Extra special thanks to this month's Tier 3s, Dustin Hopkin and Henry Cole. As usual, thank you to all the patrons, all the viewers. You all help me keep going making these videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one.